Good evening from Southeast Asia, and we are in Manila for the moment. Don't know how long. Love it. Hate it. Not going to go there. Since we are in the Philippines, we're doing a short series on alien reports from the Philippines. We do them from all around the world, but since we're here, we're doing them for here. Now, this one, location says near upper, I'm going to screw this up, Baracatan. Yeah, somebody will correct me in the comments. Somebody, probably a lot of people will say, no, moron. No, you don't say it like that. You say it like Baracatan. Okay, whatever. It's a long way from here. That's about as far from here as you can get and still be in the Philippines. I don't know how many kilometers. Thousands. I don't know. Long way. Can't swim there. Okay, so near upper Baracatan. What the hell is down there anyway? Nothing down there. Jungle. Date is May 1979. Time is afternoon. Okay. Now, I most of these are cold reads for me. This collection is 9,400 reports of alien. I wish they were all probings, but they're not. You know, they're not all probings. Anyway, we've got 9,400 of them where people claim they were touched, probed, you know, whatever. Saw them, talked to them, kissed them, got tongued by them. I don't know. 9,400 of those reports anyway. And we've gone through 1,400 of them in this series. This will be episode number 274. I think it's 274. Okay. Since we're only doing the Philippines, we're keeping these really, really short because we don't have a lot of Philippines ones. Okay, May 1979, times afternoon. Now, I skimmed this a little bit. I think it's going to suck, but maybe not. Okay, it says, an American scientist and 600 Filipinos sighted a round object like a huge balloon emitting flashes of light over a high mountain peak. Now, this is interesting. This is not the one I think it is. No, 600 witnesses. There are quite a few cases where there are credible witnesses and huge numbers of witnesses. This one isn't giving us much to go on, but anyway, let's just follow it through. American scientists, they don't say what. They don't say what his credentials are. Not even given his name. Okay, see, this is the kind of stuff that dilutes these reports. An American scientist. Well, I could be an American scientist. You know, once I looked at a bug under a microscope, okay? So I'm an American scientist, for God's sake. Okay, whatever the hell. Round object, huge balloon emitting flashes of light over a high mountain peak. Okay, that round object, that's pretty common. Why is it not just a balloon? Did it do some other cool stuff? The object remained in the area for about 20 minutes. Well, that's possible. You know, if there's no wind, it could hover there for 20 minutes, more or less in the area. And the scientist was able to observe it with binoculars. How far away? It doesn't say. Yeah, my impression is it's very far away. He said he was able to see figures or objects moving inside the craft. I don't know. Okay. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you just got to take something at face value. The object had two appendages directly below it. I'm thinking some kind of blimp. Hot air balloon with a gondola down there. I mean, we pick these apart, you know. We pick them to death. Because we're looking for BS. We're looking for crap. We're looking for lies and made up shit. Okay, 2 appendages. A hot air balloon probably wouldn't have 2. Well, it might. I don't know. It might have one hanging from another. Okay. And the object had 2 appendages directly below it. One that produced strobe-like effects. Okay, it had some kind of strobe light laser things. What's it? 1979. Okay, yeah, whatever. The UFO then landed in an open space behind a cluster of trees. Well, it still could be a balloon or a blimp. I mean, that's not a good area for balloons down there. And it's hard to imagine that a full-on big old commercial blimp would, go to the trouble to go down there. They're not down there. No reason for it. I'm kind of surprised that they even had 600 witnesses in one place. Entire village or something, maybe. Okay. So it lands in an open space behind cluster trees that panicked the locals. Oh, that's very surprising. That quickly ran into their huts. The end. That's it. That's all there is, people. Now, at the end of these, we're supposed to decide whether or not there's any credibility to these, to each given report. I can't do diddly with this. This I just can't. We don't even have a name. We don't know what he's a scientist of. Just somebody could have dreamed this and woke up in the morning and wrote it down. No, there's nothing. So we're just going to delete this trippy thing into the corn. I forget how to. Hell, it's been so long since I did this. I forgot. There we go. Okay, into the corn. Bye-bye. Oh my God. Okay. What else do we have here? Okay. I'm going to be brutally honest here. Different countries have different quality levels of their reports. So far, Philippines has been sorely lacking in quality of their reports. But here's one, and it's here, and since it's here, we have to do it. Manila, Philippines, date, February 1986, times, date time. I've skimmed it. Sorry. Spoiler, I'm giving it away. A full convoy of tanks had been sent to Manila by the late dictator Marcos. Oh my buddy. In order to quell the ever-increasing public demonstrations against his regime. Oh, that's so surprising too. Okay. This tanks were manned by hardcore militant soldiers. Okay. As the tanks came upon the civilians, many of them lying down in the streets in front of the tanks, Marcos gave the order to fire on the people. Okay, is there any historical record of this? Did he actually do this? Did he actually give that order? Don't know. Somebody can Google it. As the tanks attempted to penetrate the crowds, many of whom were praying and showing their rosaries. Okay, now Marcos gave the order to just shoot him, but instead of shooting him, the tanks tried to run over him, I guess? Yeah. Okay. The Marines riding on top of the forward tanks saw what appeared to be a cross form in the sky, but this sign apparently did not deter them since they continued to press on. See, this is just sounding very, very bullshitty to me. You got a line of tanks. You just been ordered to kill all your own people. So you're trundling forward in the tanks, getting ready to squish them like slugs in the garden. And then, at this high drama moment, a giant cross appeared in the sky. But nobody did diddly. They just kept on going. No, I'm not buying it. No, I'm calling bullshit on this whole thing right now. We're going to finish it. It's not very long, but suddenly a beautiful woman appeared in front of the tanks and soldiers. Okay, this is sounding very suspiciously like a what do they call it? A Marian sighting, Marian apparition. You find that the more religious a country is, and the Philippines is stupendously religious, the more any kind of a sighting gets translated or twisted around to have religious meaning. Where do we look at stuff in Malaysia? You won't even believe that crap. Okay, the woman was... Okay, suddenly a beautiful woman appeared in front of the tanks and soldiers. I don't know what, she's like an angel or something. The woman was dressed in blue and had sparkling, beautiful eyes. She then spoke to the soldiers. She said, "Dear soldiers, stop. You do not proceed. Do not harm my children." Soldiers are like, "Yeah, who are you?" No, they didn't say anything. Wait. Upon hearing those words, the stunned soldiers put down their weapons. Okay, the cross in the sky didn't do it, but this beautiful woman did it. They came down from the tanks and joined the throngs of people. The enigmatic woman in blue had disappeared. Many claimed it had been the Virgin Mary. Okay, what's this doing in an alien database? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't give it. You'd have to go back in the record and see. I mean, in 1986, they had video cameras, you know. Certainly, the media, somebody was there videotaping this. Where's the video? Where are the witness statements? Maybe they're out there somewhere, but I don't recall this ever making the news. I think it's just made up bullshit. Okay, bye-bye, it's gone. Okay, now, we promised we were keeping these short. It's an experiment. We're at 13 minutes already. We used to do these 3 hours, you know, and that was fun. But YouTube is a whole different animal. We had posted these as podcasts, and 2 or 3 hours was fine. YouTube is a different thing. The attention span on YouTube seems to be the shortest of any forum on Earth. I mean, 4.6 seconds, and they're click, 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 next. Are there explosions and heads flying off? No, next. Okay. So anyway, we're staying under 15 minutes. Okay, that's it. Okay, we're done. All tapes, all video, everything is copyright 2024 by stockphotosworldwide.com. You can find these at alienanalprobe.com. You can find them around. You can find them at theyclaim.com. You can find them at stockphotosworldwide.com. You can find them on YouTube, unless they get tired of us bashing them and they jerk our channel. That could happen. And in which case, we'll just put them somewhere else. Okay. We're done. Thank you very much. Here's my camera. Good evening from Manila. And I didn't like either of these. They sucked. But there's not a lot coming out of the Philippines. Good evening and good night. Hail.